This wireless microphone adapts a UHF wireless system featuring a wide transmission range and outstanding anti-interference ability, low latency, and clear sound quality. The LED screen allows easy operation. This microphone is able to run for a long period of time. This product can be used in occasions such as teaching, conferences, and stage performance. How to connect the receiver to the amplifier. You simply take the receiver and you plug it into the mic holes. Push it in until you hear a click. Then you know that it's connected. This is what you would get inside your package. You would get 2 microphones, 1 receiver, 2 adapters, 1 USB cord, 2 protectors for your mic. How to connect the receiver to multiple devices. Over here we have an amp. What we're going to do is take the receiver and put it into the mic jacket. Over here we have a phone. We would then use a phone jack where we would take our receiver and put it in the 6.35mm jacket. We would then take the 3.5mm and put it into the phone's aux jack. In order to get into the smaller speaker, as you can see, it also has a 3.5mm jack. So we would then use the adapter. We'll take the adapter, put it onto the receiver, and that way we can then put the receiver into the smaller speaker. Here we have a bigger desktop speaker. To connect the amplifier, the receiver to the speaker, we'll turn the speaker around, we'll take the receiver and we'll put it into the mic jacket at the back. I would like to make a note that if your speaker does not have a 3.5mm jack or a 6.35mm jack, you will not be able to use this product as we need these 2 jacks in order to get sound. How to connect the wireless microphone to the receiver. We first got to unscrew the back of the microphone and put in the batteries. We're then going to screw back on the back of the microphone. We will then hold down the gray button to power on the device. Once you see the yellow LEDs flash up, then you know that the device is on. To connect the 2 together, we're going to hold down the on button on the receiver for 3 seconds. You'll begin to see that the blue LED light begins flashing. Once the LED stops flashing, then you know that the device has successfully connected. When you have multiple devices sharing the same frequency, you might have to change the channel to create a better frequency between the microphone and the receiver. To change the channel, we will then unscrew the bottom of the microphone and push the little black button once or twice in order to change the channel. Once you change the channel, all the microphones will be on a different frequency, thus creating a better connection between the receiver and the microphone. To change the frequency on this microphone, we're going to hold down the reset button for 3 seconds. When it begins flashing, we are then going to push the channel button to change the channel. Once you found the channel that you want to be on, we're then going to push the reset button again to confirm that's the channel you want to be on. If you come across the issue with inconsistent sound, there are 3 steps to follow in order to get back your sound. Step 1 would be to make sure that both the microphone and the receiver have a good connection. Step 2 would be to make sure that the microphone and the receiver are closer to each other, as well as no objects in the way obstructing the connection. Step 3 would be to change the frequency to allow a stronger connection between the microphone and the receiver. If you notice that on the receiver, the blue light is flickering. There are 2 steps in order to correct this. Step number 1 would be to repair the devices. So we're going to turn on the microphone. Both the microphone and receiver would then pair with each other again. If the receiver light is still flickering, we will then shorten the distance between the microphone and the receiver. If you come across the problem where you cannot hear any sound coming out of the amplifier, we first got to check the connection between the microphone and the receiver. If both connections are good, we then got to check that the receiver is correctly plugged in to the amplifier. If and when you are using the microphone and the music coming out of the amplifier is not loud enough, there are a few steps in order to correct this. First, you need to check that the volume on the amplifier has been raised. Then, we need to check that the volume on the microphone is up as well. In order to do this, we have to push the power button once. Every time we push the power button, the volume is going to go up. If you are still having a problem with sound coming out of the amplifier, then adjust the distance between the mouthpiece and your mouth. This will allow more and more sound to come through. If the microphone does not turn on at all, that means we would need to change the batteries. By changing the batteries, we'll screw off the back and change the batteries. If the receiver does not turn on, that means the battery is completely dead as well. We would then have to put it on charge before we can turn it on again. If the blue light on the receiver is flickering at a rapid pace, then you know that we need to charge it.